I'll be going live on this channel. And I'm gonna say this again. I told you guys that I'll be going live on this channel because listen, like I said, I've been on YouTube for 5.5 years, and I feel like now I finally got the momentum on my main page that I want. I finally hit that milestone of 50K. So I feel like now that I hit the milestone of 50K, I feel like now it's time to really push my other pages because I hit that milestone. When it's all said and done, a lot of people, they're focused on what other people want to see. And I'm like, screw that. If I could get one page of 50K, I'm gonna get another page of 50K. Then I'm gonna get another page of 50K. Listen, I'm focused on the long term. So on this channel, expect me to go live, expect me to drop videos, no more holding back on this channel. And I'm gonna say this again, no more holding back on this channel because like I said, 50K on my main channel, that was a milestone. Let's go. Salute and respect. Breaking news in the chat. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Real talk, I just feel like a lot of people got to understand that you got to work as hard for yourself. You know, a lot of people, they talk about being an entrepreneur. They talk about being a boss. Listen, people got to understand, in order to be a boss, you got to work 10 times harder for yourself than a corporation. You know, people, listen, they make it seem easy, but I'm telling you, like, you got to really put in that work for you. Like, before I did this live, I already uploaded a 15-minute video. You see what I'm saying? So I got my work for tomorrow. Everything is cut out for tomorrow. Like, I'm ahead of the game. Like, I'm putting in work because when it's all said and done, if I don't put in work, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna sit back scrolling. And that's what I want to talk about. I feel like scrolling is not good if you're not a content creator. Now, if you're a content creator, scrolling is good because most people do not do original topics. Most people, they do reactions on YouTube. I wouldn't say most people, but it's normal to see people do reactions on other videos, things that they can get views. So when it's all said and done, if you're scrolling and you're a content creator, okay, that's cool. But if you're just scrolling and you're not a content creator, listen, I've been there before and that's depressing. I've been there before and that's depressing. Just on the, listen, why not, if you own these apps, why not create? You see what I'm saying? You're gonna enjoy the app. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna tell you guys what to do, but I'm gonna speak and say this. Now, as far as TikTok, when it's all said and done, I don't create as much of TikTok, but I feel like sooner or later I'm going to. Probably the same time I start Twitch, I'll probably start TikTok. But when it's all said and done, I feel like right now I started a wave, and I feel like I'm waiting for the tsunami on YouTube. So I'm gonna put in that work on YouTube from now until the end of the year. And then December 27th, I will have my Twitch channel. And I'm gonna say this again, I got plans for Twitch, I got plans for streaming. So according to my calculations, I'm gonna try to put those plans in probably summer 2026. But I got plans. And I feel like having plans is what really keeps you driven. Somebody left a comment and they said, Mr. Keep It Simple, how do you fight through when you don't feel motivated? Easy, because I'm not gonna be a victim. In the building, shout out to my man H Picks Live. I don't wanna be a victim. Like, first of all, like, why be a victim when you could be a conqueror? That's the first things first. Sometimes you gotta question the motive. I've learned from corporate America. Yes, I have learned a little bit from corporate America. And that's the cool thing about 9 to 5. You can learn a little bit at a job. But you know, most HRs, what they do is they question the motive. So you got to understand, question the motive. Why do people promote victimhood? Because they want to capitalize off of it. Why do people want you to feel like you're a victim, you're oppressed? Because they want other people to capitalize off your fear. When it's all said and done, I'll be honest, I dated a woman. We're no longer together, as you can tell. But she didn't say this when we were going out. And to everybody that go to HBCU, this is going to put goosebumps. This is going to give you goosebumps. So, dated a woman, went to HBCU, and she told me I was oppressed. I know, I got to get close to the camera with this. She told me I was oppressed. Imagine that. Imagine a woman telling me I'm oppressed. I'm oppressed. We're out here recording right now, 12:23 in the suburbs. Where's the oppression? And I'm gonna say this again. We're recording right now in the year 2025 at 12:23 in the suburbs. The birds chirping. Where is the oppression? You see what I'm saying? And she told me this before social media. You feel me? So when it's all said and done, you guys have to understand that you have to you can't be a victim, because you're gonna have pretty women telling you you're oppressed. Listen, people don't want to talk about real topics. They just want to push the vision. No, I'm not pushing the division. But what would you do if a chocolate hot woman, you feel me, told you you were oppressed? Most guys, just to get a certain outcome, they're gonna fall in line. They're gonna be like, yes, I'm oppressed. I'm oppressed. By who? The biggest oppression is gonna come from self. And I'm gonna say this again, the biggest oppression is gonna come from self. I could wake up and tell myself, listen, you soft. What? Why would I do that? But I could. So it's the same thing with a victim. Why would you look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm oppressed? What? But people do it. And I'm gonna say this again. I could wake up, I could look at myself in the mirror, I could say, yo, you triple soft like a Slurpee. What? Why would I do it? But it's the same thing. A lot of people, they look themselves in the mirror and they say, listen, I'm a victim. They look themselves in the mirror and say, it's time to protest. Imagine a man going out with a sign. What? Imagine a man writing a marker. You listen, this video is about to get real. Listen, when we go live, we go live. We don't play. We can't just save the main channel live and then we come on this channel, but we don't bring that same. Listen, that will never happen. That would never happen. And I'm gonna say this again, that would never happen. But imagine you a man, right? You got a sign. You go to Walmart or you go to Dollar Tree. You get a sign. Shout out to everybody in Norway. This happens in Europe. Shout out to everybody in Czech Republic. Shout out to everybody in Prague. Shout out to everybody in Greece. Shout out to everybody that's not folding in Poland. Shout out to everybody in Bulgaria, one of my favorite countries. Shout out to everybody Switzerland. Shout out to everybody Sweden. Listen, this is real. This is real. Shout out to everybody in Iceland, Finland. When it's all said and done, this is real. In America, this is what they want men to do. They want men to go to the Dollar Tree, get a cardboard. Then we're supposed to scribble our complaints on the cardboard. Bro, that hat is, I appreciate that, man. We in the building. We in the building. We in the building. You guys have to understand. Listen, I try. You know, we come through with the tank tops here and there. Arizona State, we was repping. You feel me? So when it's all said and done, I also switch up to the golf style as well, too. It is what it is. I appreciate you guys. I got a solid question for you, my brother. Listen, we was about to go live. Okay, back. Lost my grandmother last week, funeral Friday. I got so much going on work-wise. I know I can't make it. If my family tried to use this to come at me, I don't know. My grandmother will be sad. What would you say? I will say this. You got to do what's best for your peace. And I'm going to say this again. You got to do what's best for your peace. You got to do what's best for your peace. That's it. Me, I do what's best for my peace. When it's all said and done, I lost my grandmother. But my grandmother told me, don't follow the crowd. So my grandmother will be happy that I'm teaching people right now to don't follow the crowd. So when it's all said and done, things happen. It's a part of life. But do what's best for your peace. And I want to tell you guys that, you know, life, you don't know when you're going to be here. You don't know when you're going to leave here. You don't know. You don't know anything. This is why we must live like we must leave. And I feel like if we live like we must leave, we have to leave behind something for our kids. We're all going to procreate. Man, you see all these beautiful women out here. You got to procreate. You got to procreate. Sooner or later, you got to procreate. Sooner or later, you got to start a family. So when it's all said and done, you guys have to protect your energy at all costs. You cannot let family get to your energy. When it's all said and done, it is what it is. Family gonna be family. Your dad gonna be your dad. Your mom gonna be her mom. But it's time for you to start your legacy. And I'm gonna say this again. Shout out to you, boss man. Listen, shout out to you as well, boss man. We all bosses, frontline soldiers. You feel me? You feel me? That's why I make content to help people boss up. Once you boss up, bro, you can make a $500,000 a month. You feel me? You can run it up as much as you want to run it up. It's all about your campaign. You feel me? We live in a new day and age. When it's all said and done, being a boss back in the day, that was just a title. It was just having an LLC, then you got people working for you. Now, with the age of social media, you could be a boss with 0 employees. Everybody crossing my fingers, you could put 0E in the chat. 0 employees. 0 employees. Today's the best day to be a boss. It's the best day to be a boss because you really don't need any employees. Amen, my brother. I really appreciate it. Protect your peace at all costs. You feel me? You guys have to understand, like, I will say this. Following the crowd is going to hurt you. It doesn't matter where you go. You should be able to remain true to yourself. And I'm going to say this again. I don't care what environment you go to. I don't care if it's a $1,700 gym. I don't care if it's a ultra suburbs of an ultra suburbs. I don't care if you go to the Kentucky Derby. I don't care if you go to the Grand Prix in Monaco. When it's all said and done, don't try to fit in. Don't try to fit in. If you don't try to fit in, you're gonna live a peaceful life. And a lot of people, they got videos how to fit in with the rich, what the rich like, man. Listen, screw all that. Screw all that. Some people earn it. Some people born into it. It's not even that serious. And I'm gonna say this again. Some people earn it. Some people born into it. It's not even that serious. Don't pray for money. Don't pray for money. Don't pray for money. The Lord sees your needs. Whatever you're going through, he'll come around. I mean, the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just. You feel me? When it's all said and done, whatever you're going through, money will hit your account. I'm a living testament. And I'm gonna say this again. I'm a living testament. When it's all said and done, I will say now I got the most wisdom. I got the most experience. Now I can handle and now I can handle, you feel me, a large amount. I'll put it that way. I can handle a large amount. But before, I'll be the first one to tell you, I'm happy I never touched a mill. I'll be the first one to tell you, happy I never touched a mill. There was so many life lessons I needed to learn. I'm thankful I never touched a Ferrari. I'm thankful. I'm thankful. See, a lot of people, they don't really want to say how thankful they are to not have things. But I want to say that at 39 years of my life, I'm thankful that I never touched crazy abundance. I'm telling you. That's what it's all about. It's just like, timing is everything, but people, they're focused more on their current situation. They're focused more on their desperation. Screw your current situation. You could turn it around in 2 weeks. You could be walking and then all of a sudden you have a new car in 2 weeks. But while you're walking, you're going to be going through that. You're going to be going through it because you're walking for 14 days. You were in a storm. Your feet was in a storm for 14 days. You didn't have a Corvette. Your feet was a Corvette for 14 days. And guess what? All of a sudden, you can have a car. Always understand whatever situation you're going through, you can turn it around if you want to get out. But you got to want to get out of it. And I'm going to say this again. You can turn it around if you want to get out. But you got to want to get out of it. That's the key. You got to want to get out the situation. If you want to get out the situation, you'll find solutions. And I feel like being a solution-based person, that's the key. That's the key. Keep on finding solutions. Keep on finding resources. There are resources out there. There are agencies out there. There are things that can help you to get back on your feet. But you got to want to get back on your feet. When it's all said and done, getting back on your feet is a choice. So if you ever felt in life like you were a celebrity and you weren't, and if you ever felt that you fell off like your favorite R&B singer, when it's all said and done, you're not a celebrity. And when it's all said and done, you can't get back on your feet. And I'm going to say this again. Nobody is, saying, oh, don't push this record. No, you're not an R&B singer. So when it's all said and done, if you feel that you ran into a financial jam, there are resources out there to help people. You see what I'm saying? If like I suggest that people do Uber, Lyft, Grubhub, Instacart, DoorDash, but some people don't have a car, and some people don't have a car to drive like that. So I feel like if you got to work 2 jobs, work 2 jobs. If you got to work 3, work 3. You got to get it in. And I'm gonna say this again: you have to get it in. You gotta get out the jam. You can't stay in the jam, because I'm here to tell you, you can stay in the jam for a year. If you're in a rental car situation, you could be in a rental car situation for a year. You could be blowing money for a year, just straight draining money for a year. You could be going through situations for 2 years, 3 years. That's why it's so important, whatever situation you're in that you don't like, the goal is to get out of that situation ASAP, legally. And I'm gonna say this again: if you're in a situation, or if you're in a current state of life that you don't like, the goal is to get out of that situation ASAP, legally. Don't call your cousin with the pack. And I'm gonna say this again: don't call your cousin with the pack. Don't do it. You see what I'm saying? Make sure that you get out of the situation legally. Don't do anything illegally. I don't care if it's a quick flip. Don't do anything quick flip. Don't do anything illegally. And with that being said, you guys have to understand, like, life is all about wanting. You gotta want to win. You gotta want to get out of situations. You gotta want to go hard. You gotta want to put in work. These are things you have to want. These are things that are not going to be handed to you. They're not going to be given to you. But when it's all said and done, when you make it out that situation, trust and believe, you're going to feel good about yourself. You're going to feel good about yourself. 100, I appreciate you all. You're going to feel good about yourself. And that's what it's all about, getting back on your feet. Things happen, but the question is, can you get back on your feet? And if you can get back on your feet, I don't care. Let me tell you guys something. I turned 40 this year. And when I talk about the best time of my life, the most amazing time of my life, it's probably 40 with the knowledge, with the wisdom, with the strength. It's probably right now. Like, honestly, I feel the best right now. I feel the best right now. I got the most wisdom right now. Like, you know, so when it's all said and done, I feel like as far as the past go, the Lord protected me from a big abundance. Because if I had M's at 19, I would have made the news before social media. Even if I had at 34, I would have made the news. 38, I would have made the news. You feel me? Like, I feel like it's only till now I'm calm enough to not make the news. You see what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. I feel like now I got that calm. Now I got that peace. And that's what it's all about. You gotta find that peace within. And I feel like when you got that peace within, you don't worry about money. Money will come to you. You will attract money. Money's like a magnet. You don't worry about it. You don't think about it. You don't talk about it. It's gonna happen. You just gotta really understand that you don't want to be desperate. A lot of people are desperate. Forget being desperate. Don't follow the crowd, because if you follow the crowd, you're gonna do what other people are doing if it comes with views. You're going to talk about other talking points that other people are doing if it comes to views. You're going to talk about the vision if it comes to views. Forget the views. When it's all said and done, you take care of yourself. You keep on looking good, dressing good, you feel me? Showing up. It's going to pay off. Hard work pays off. And I'm going to say this again. We live in a generation where nobody says that anymore. But growing up, that's all we heard. Hard work pays off. And I'm going to say this again. Hard work pays off. And once you understand something's going to pay off, I feel like, of course, the grind is worth it, because you know it's going to pay off. You listen, when it comes to investments, a lot of people, they make investments, but they don't really know what's going to happen. You know, they're blind investors. They're doing it because their friends are talking about it. But in reality, if you make an investment and you know for a fact it's going to 10x, stick to it. And I'm going to say this again. If you made an investment and you know for a fact it's going to 10x, don't get frustrated. You know it's going to 10x. Don't get mad. Don't get angry. Don't get bitter. You know it's going 10x. You feel me? Don't crash out. Don't black out. Don't act out of character. Don't act out. You know it's going 10x. Shout out to everybody checking in. 20-minute huddle. Going live. Thank you guys for all your support. Video uploaded. We going in. You feel me? When it's all said and done. Thank you guys once again.